So these shadows, the scary monsters, coming for us, looming for us, that trigger the human instincts of fight or flight. What could that possibly be? A demon, maybe? A horrible past trauma coming to repeat itself. We must run, we must hide, and we must fight. Putting us in a stress and anxiety state where our energy is unfocused, unleaked. But to center yourself, to face the fear with courage, and see what is casting this horrible demon shadow, these thoughts, these feelings. Here in this example is just a book casting this intimidating shadow being coming for me. I could run, I could hide, I could make up entire stories and future traumas based on this instant. Or I could awaken and face it and see that it's not the shadow that's actually the problem. It's our focus. For it was just a book casting this shadow. Do you see? And it's the same with thoughts. Unfocused thinking, autopilot, or just going with the flow of everything that's around you, everything that is forcing itself on you, all these time constraints, all these responsibilities, all these things, these shoulds. The world has been shoulding you since you were a child. You should do this. You should believe this. You should think this way. You should behave this way. Should. But did you ever ask yourself, when you're done staring at those shadows, the object casting it, who does any and all of this really serve? That someone else thinks that they should tell you how you should be. Because weren't you already? Aren't you already? You are. You were, aren't you? It isn't just trauma from a core wound in a child womb. It's trauma from a second ago. Trauma from a week ago. Trauma from last year. Trauma from yesterday. Do you see? We're not just talking about some issue, about an undeveloped brain as a child. We're talking about a schedule, a program, a linear way of being, reacting, adapting, adjusting to being acceptable to an external environment, reality source. You are what you are in singularity. Bringing yourself back to your center of what you are. Be it here, here. Be it nowhere at all. But the thoughts, which will now be my hand. And I'm sure the shadow of this is much scarier on the wall. You can't see it. What are these thoughts that cause you discomfort, friend? Okay. Maybe something happened not exactly the way you wanted it to. Right? That was 20 years ago, 30 years ago. That was last week. That was yesterday. Where are you now? You're here? Where is here, friend? Do you see what you are underneath it all? The intention itself, which is generating, cultivating, and expressing your individual, unified expression through energy. Is it yours? When you be, when you act, when you do, when you are, when you am, are you being pulled in all these directions? Teachers, children, family, employers, culture, society, shoulds. Are you being led with your energy leaking all over the place? Trapped in your own prison of anxiety, fear, worry, doubt, unhappiness? Do you really think you need to allow anyone but your intent itself to guide you in what is your way? Your way is your own friend. I cannot give you the answer you seek, besides to simply point to you. Within your consciousness, beyond that veil, within the singularity of what you think now is you, within the stillness and silence before intention, before your intellect beyond the human mind has set in its stillness and touched what your intention is, was, has always been before you were introduced to all the shoulds. Be a good little boy and should wag your tail for this validation, for this 5-cent raise from your billion-dollar employer, for society's clapping on your bowing to His Holiness, the billionaire with the fat belly while children starve all over the planet. Here in your intention, here in your intelligence beyond the human psychology and mind, beyond the thoughts and the chitter chatter of shadows who distract you from the object. In the way, something's in the way. Illuminate it. As a matter of fact, illuminate your intention. For this is how energy is created and destroyed. And you are the one doing it. Interesting, I wonder what you are. But first, what's more important than a you, which is ego-identified? For in the unified spectrum and field, this present moment, your intention, which you are going to cultivate, have been, when you've allowed it, and expressed as energy, as being, as doing, as presence. When you've expressed it, you are free. Free of the chattering shadow noises. Free of the identification with traumas from yesterday, from a second ago, from last week, from the past. It's okay, bro. Everything's okay. We are exactly where we are meant to be now. The only difference is you must express yourself now.